right, first off, we need to get our mock-up templates. So I'm gonna change this free Photoshop mock-up PSD because I want it to be the PSD file. And the ones that I usually use are actually on Freepik, but you can see there's a lot of them. What we need to look for, and I'm just going to click on this one so it loads while we're doing this. What we need to look for is that it has a smart object layer within the PSD file because that will make life a lot easier for you. Because like, let's say, let me just scroll through these. Well, something like this, it's going to give the shadows to it. If it's on the cap, it's going to allow you to have those highlights and shadows so it looks like it's sitting right on it. But if you have to place it yourself, you'll have to do a little bit extra work. I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm just saying it's going to take you a little bit longer. You can create a sign-in, but what I do is I just click on free. Now you can use, paid for sites like Creative Market, etc. But for what you'll probably be doing, so let's say t-shirt mock-up. I know some t-shirts came up, so what you'll end up doing is just sort of looking through these. We have them on the free. Premium's the paid for ones, and of course they're trying to get you the really good one. You're like, ooh, this is the one. These are the ones that Adobe's going to try to pay or charge you for. So the sponsors are going to take you to the sponsor page that is paid for. So maybe you're like, oh, okay, well this one works, or I like that it has these little wrinkles through it, or this is what it would look like on a couple different sizes. You can get some, like this that has a figure on it. So what does it look like if it's on a person? So the preferences are going to be totally up to you. I'm just going to grab, a plain Jane one and hope that this one, and we're just going to do this. And oh yeah, it's a Mac. So for a Mac, we can just save it as is. And you can see there's our PSD file. So that one also, just as a side note, you could see it had a copy and attribute. So if you're going to post this, say, on your website, this might be nice to be like, and hey, by the way, this person has the original mock-up for this. So let me shrink this down. So I can go into our friend Photoshop, and I just want to look at the file itself. So it's like, okay, hide this layer, fine. And you can see it has the linked smart objects here, the shadows, etc., and the t-shirt itself. There's the effects. So I'm just going to look under here. Change colors. So you can actually change the color that it is. So if you don't want it to be white, you can change it there. What's also nice with using these is you get to sort of reverse engineer whatever it was they were doing. So let's go ahead and double click on this. So this is, I'm going to assume, the right area. This is going to be our t-shirt. Now I have somewhere, I think I put it under this file, portfolio. One of my former students' portfolio pieces. So I'm just going to pretend that her logo is exactly what we want on this t-shirt. So I'm going to load this. Okay, that all looks okay. And let's just say it's going to be this full color one. So I'm going to just select this, copy it, Command C, Command V, paste it into this. Now you can fiddle with this, make it whatever size you want, etc. For demo's sake, I'm just going to save it, quit, close that also, don't save, and you can see what's happening. So it does actually go on the shirt. So I'm going to double click on this, so we do have to tone it down just a little. I'm going to use Option and Shift, so it sorry, just Option. We don't have to do the Shift key anymore. Actually, it looks like we do. I might have that turned off on mine, and I'm just going to scale mine way down, save it, close it, and that's looking a little bit better. Some of these you don't have to fuss quite so much. Let's put it up. Let's see, our shirt's going to be a little bit higher. Save, close. This is looking slightly better. All right, drag it down. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So I'd probably do one more fuss just to get it over to the right just a little bit. But that looks actually pretty good. And you can see what happens. I'm just going to zoom in. It's going to give you an overlay so it looks like it's on the fabric. It's going to give you the shadows and the shadings. And this is going to be like, hey, this is what the shirt would look like if it was out in public, if we were able to do that stage. I'm going to pop back into this so we can sort of see the other options. I'm just going to enlarge this. All right, so I'm going to go back to when it was just the normal, what else do they have? So business cards, signage, billboards. If you're going to do, a mock-up of a social media campaign, you could put on a computer, hats. I mean, you could just scroll through and see, notebooks, etc. These are kind of nice. So what if yours was going to be like, on a bus stop poster, or, you name it, it's probably here, or bags or mugs. So what I'm going to recommend, and you can even see they have bags. Why not? Poster mock-ups. So there's lots of poster mock-ups in here because I know some of you were working on that. Let's go ahead and look at those poster mock-ups so you can sort of see what they look like. So you can see some are framed, some aren't, some are out in the wild. Some are against a building, so you can dream big on this one. This one looks like it's actually taped up, so it would be outside. That one might be nice. So, since I'm assuming most of us are unable to get out in the world, the mock-up is going to probably be the route that you're going to take with these. I mean, even this one's nice. It looks like it was, I don't know, a sign put in a Starbucks or what have you. So whatever you're designing, you can, for this semester, go ahead and use a mock-up of whatever collateral it was that you were interested in. If you're working on, say, the digital files, so web, social media, etc., you can just, of course, build those as normal. But if it was something that was going to be printed, I'm going to recommend you go the mock-up route. All right, I hope this was helpful, and have a great day.